and break your back. Bounce and break your back. Bounce and break your back. You bounce so hard, you break your back, girl.
What's up, guys? Podcast number 5.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Podcast number 5. For those who are
You said 4?
5.
5 in between 5 and 4.
For those who are retuning in, thank you so much. Thank you for being patient. Side note, we actually, this is our 4th recording.
Is it really?
Yeah, because
Fuck.
okay, so the first time, there's just been little dumb mistakes that it's just damn, it didn't save or it didn't record.
Well, the last time we did it, it was so good.
Mm-hmm.
And then something happened where I moved the laptop,
Mm-hmm.
and then I don't know where my laptop just restarted.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's been things that have been out of our control. Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
We sipping. Sorry if you heard me burp.
Well, you're sipping. I'm
sipping.
just drinking water right now.
But line.
There's some responsible people here that work tomorrow.
Okay. Do you want to do the announcements real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So, two quick, one shout out, one quick announcement. My shout out is to Barber21. If you guys feel like you guys are ugly, you have no self-esteem, you feel like you're in the shrimp gang with the pee-pee style, look no further. Barber21 gotcha. All of that can be fixed by just getting a fresh fade.
You know what? That's true because you come home and I'm like, damn, Zaddy.
Yeah, see, there you go. And that's how we conceived both of our kids.
Bien pinche feo.
Cabrona. So yeah, no, seriously, guys. If you guys really want a legit barber, not that saying anyone isn't legit, because I have other barbers that have cut my hair and they do really well. Point being is, I really like these guys. I really go to them. They treat you nicely. They treat you like family. They cut your hair nice and fresh, crispy. And yeah, if you guys want to look for them, you can always download the app called Booksy, and then just search up Barber21. There's 2 barbers right now. They're actually 2 brothers. Either you can go with Checo or you can go with Chava. Both of them will hook you up. And yeah, just Booksy. Download the app called Booksy. Look for Barber21, and you should find them. The second one is an announcement for Uncle Julio's. They are hiring at Uncle Julio's at Vernon Hills. One of our good friends is office manager. Sorry if I'm butchering this, Jasmine. But yeah, if you guys are looking for any part-time, full-time jobs as a host, server, bartender, I don't know if a bartender.
Yeah, they do. They have bartenders.
Okay, cook, everything. They're literally hiring for every position. Look no further. Go to Uncle Julio's in Vernon Hills. Ask for Jasmine and let them know that we sent ya.
Yeah.
Okay.
What we gonna get, Jasmine? I'm just kidding. No, I'm not.
Free drinks. But yeah, without further ado.
What up? What up? How was your first day back?
Yeah.
We've been talking about it for so long, and the day is here. How'd it go?
Super exciting. It was awesome. I felt like I was gonna forget how to run the truck and everything.
Mm-hmm.
With the back, I can drive the truck, but not the back part. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more difficult because there's a lot of knobs and whatnot. But no, even my refresher trainee guy said, he's like, "You're doing great." The only thing was, I was basically I got new boots. So as anyone will know about boots, it's like you never want to wear those boots and not get them accustomed to before work, or else you're going to be suffering throughout the day. And yeah, that's what happened to me. I suffered through the whole entire day. My feet hurt, and I just did a cold shower, and I think that really helped me out.
Nice.
And you, and you're finally out of work for spring break.
Spring break, motherfucker.
Show them those titties.
Yeah, spring break.
Chichis pa la banda. Chichis pa la banda.
Spring break definitely looks different now than what it did 10 years ago.
Oh, definitely.
So yeah, staying home with the boys. and I'm getting a week off. So it'll be nice to just not have to worry about like la rutina.
I was gonna say you're stuck with 2 boys instead of getting stuck with 15 kids.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So I guess it's an upside for a bit.
Yeah, but at least with these guys, I'm gonna be like, turn your camera on.
Yeah, I was gonna say turn your camera on.
Talk to me. Why aren't you doing anything?
You're not a robot. Yeah.
But yeah, without further ado, today's topic, we're gonna talk about our kids, things that people never. Things that people never really told us prior to having kids. Like maybe it was like thrown out here or there, but nothing like ever that people really like went out and had a conversation, sat down with you and talked about. So for those of you that are parents, hey, this one's for you. And if you're not a parent, boo-boo. Hey, maybe you got another little kid in your life,
or maybe you're just like, bored.
Let me understand this.
Tired of jacking off.
Yeah, or if you're thinking about kids, whatever, just listening. This is what life with our part of what our life with our boys has sort of been like.
Yep.
Okay, so all right, let me think of one thing that I feel like people never really told you about is like getting out of the house with the kids.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, so like just PSA, if you have a kid, planning to have kids, you just need to mentally prepare for those like 20 to 30 minutes before heading out the door. It's going to be brutal.
It's going to suck.
It's so stressful.
It really is.
But then once you're out the door and in the car and driving, it gives you a moment to like recollect yourself. And it's like, okay, I got this.
Yeah,
I did it. I'm doing it.
That's, yeah. I think the very, like you just said, the very beginning, just getting everything ready and just going, it's such a fucking hassle. You know what? It's a hassle more for people that live in townhouses or apartments that their parking is a little further away than, you know, people with a garage. Because that's what we were talking about. If we ever, whenever si Dios quiere, we get a house, you know, we really want to get one that has an attached garage in it, just so we can, in the car, get out, especially when it's cold out. We don't have to be with 3 luggages and everything, because if you're a parent, if you're a parent with more than 1 kid, you know how bad and how badly constructed these baby backpacks are, because they suck.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's another thing. Just like packing the diaper bags. When you have 1 kid, it's like, okay, you can make it all work with 1 bag, but with 2, it's like, damn, I need like a for real maleta, like a for real luggage bag.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
And then like trying to, whoa, excuse me.
Yeah, those have a lot of bubble in it. She's drinking Bud Light Lime, but it's from the can. We drank some during the weekend, and it was like really gassy. I was burping a lot too. Maybe it's not good for podcast.
My bad.
We'll get wine next time. No worries.
All right. Yeah, just give me the wine. I'm happy with the wine. What was I saying? Oh, about packing the bags. That's another thing. Like no one tells you like the 50 million things you need to pack, right? Because like you really never know. There's some.
I feel like you're the only one that knows.
But like, there's things that you like put in your diaper bag that you think to yourself, I'm never going to use, but then it happens.
Yeah.
The day comes and you need it, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm glad I packed that.
I'm thinking about something, but I can't think of anything on top of my head for that. But you're right. Definitely. I know that there's been not just a couple, there's been a lot of moments where if it wasn't for you packing that, like I think we would have been really screwed.
Yeah, that's why moms, we the best.
You well, I'm not gonna speak for all moms because there's some moms probably that suck, but I know you're pretty good at it, like at packing that. Even though sometimes I feel like you overpack, but you're right. I think in the long run, and it's safer to just be ready.
Yeah.
Like Boy Scouts shit, you know.
For sure.
Wait, talking about that, I really feel like, so Friday was my last weekday off.
Yeah.
That I'm gonna be having for a couple months now, for the next couple months. And I took the kids out. I know we've been quarantined and, trying to stay safe. But since it was my last day, I was like, you know what? I want to go out with the kids. Like, let me take them out.
Yeah.
So we went to Granny's, which whoever is a resident in Wheeling or lived in Wheeling, and if you guys don't know Granny's, you can suck my dick.
And have the tortilla soup. It's so good.
The tortilla soup. Tortilla soup.
My bad.
For whoever is English. But yeah, no, she totally spot on about the tortilla soup. It's super delicious. My kids love it. I think that's the main reason why we even go. Mm-hmm. But yeah, and it's also a mom and pop place. It's so cool. Like they know the kids already. They're awesome. Great customer service too. But what happened was I had taken the kids out, right? And it was probably one of the few times that I've actually gone out by myself with the kids, just because it's really hard. Mm-hmm. If you have one kid and you think, oh, wow, he's only gone out once. No, trust me. Once you have the second kid, it gets a lot harder. Yeah. Especially at that age difference at this moment. It's a little bit tough. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to fast forward it. We're eating, whatever. Everything's going great. I don't know where Izzy's like, beep, 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 beep. So I'm like, crap. So here we go. I'm like, all right. So I obviously can't leave Zeke in the high chair, So, peace, dude. Paga la cuenta.
Yeah.
Order me a michelada. But no, yeah, I carried him, went into the bathroom, and there was no urinals for, little kids. So I was like, crap. Now I got to put him in the freaking toilet seat. So there I am. Imagine, one hand, you're carrying a baby. A fat baby, I might say. Right?
Oh.
He's gordito. My boy is gordito.
Oh, but he's cute.
He's cute, though. he got dimples. He's cute, though. But then, so I'm carrying him with one hand. And on the other hand, I'm lifting this boy up because he can't reach it. And hell no, I don't want him to be touching the toilet. So then I go ahead and I carry him. He starts peeing. Thank God he doesn't fall in the toilet. For whoever does know. Little kids, they're so small they can fit in the toilet. So you need to hold on to them before they slip. So thank God he didn't fall in the toilet because it has happened before. Thank God at home. And yeah, he went and everything went fine. But that was a hassle. Like,
why didn't you take like the car seat inside or the stroller?
Because moms know it better. No. Honestly, I'm so sick and tired of that car seat. I am so sick and tired of that car seat. It's heavy. It feels like it weighs more than the kids put together. It's not okay.
Well, moral of the story.
Yeah,
take a stroller inside with you wherever you take two kids.
I just wonder if there is a car seat, even though we probably won't need it any much longer, just because Zeke's growing really fast. Mm-hmm. But I wish there was like a car seat that was super light or like lightweight.
Oh well, there's like that one that I've seen it that it like turns into a stroller. That one looks dope.
But that one must be super expensive.
Oh, for sure.
And I then again, it's like at this point, it's like it's not even worth it because Zeke is only growing, and from that point on, it's like honestly, I don't even think we're gonna have any more kids.
Yeah, true that. Okay, so while you were talking, I definitely like thought of something else that like people don't really tell you, and or they do tell you, but it's like, really, bro. Sleep when baby sleeps. Like, yo, when you have like the first baby, okay, you can probably make that happen. But even then, like usually by the time they get a little older, maybe like after 3 months, or even before that, depending on the kind of mom you are, you're worried about like, do I gotta do the laundry? Do I gotta clean the house? Do I have to, I don't know, go get groceries, whatever, XYZ. I can't, well, I guess you can't really get groceries. Well,
please, your man.
Well, if you're at work, how's that gonna happen?
Nudes?
Okay, yeah.
Hello.
If there's moms who are worried about that early on. And like my thing is like, sometimes you truly cannot sleep when the baby sleeps, right? Especially is like for me.
Speak for yourself.
For me, like when I first, before Izzy, I had the hardest time taking a nap. I don't know why. I was just not designed to take naps. And so once Izzy was born, I still sometimes had a difficult time. As tired as I was, I couldn't do it sometimes. So I couldn't sleep when he sleeps. So what I have seen, and I think that that's like a better way to adapt, is rest when the baby rests. So like, or
that's
like,
hard.
rest when the baby sleeps. So like, okay, you don't necessarily have to sleep, but like, don't worry about the housework for a little bit. Like, don't worry about anything. Just like
take a break.
Take a break. Yeah, just a mental break. Maybe even like put your phone down. Like just, I don't know.
Jalatela.
It's hard to do if they're like you just had the baby. But
I'm talking about just in general.
Oh, okay.
And if you get a little break, hey, you know what? Get that little, get that being a little excitement. You know what I'm
saying? Because yeah, I feel like some people just sleep when the baby sleeps, and you'll get all the rest you need. Baby, bye.
Yeah, that's just like I think we talked about in the last podcast where it's like all these apps about how to be a mom or a dad or how your kid's doing, and your kid's a papaya right now. It's like, bro, it's cool and all, and it's all helpful, but man, a lot of these things will tell you that and make it seem like it's so damn fucking easy just to do that. And it's like, again, these kids are not robots. You're making it seem like every kid's gonna act the same way. Like Zeke in the beginning, his nap, it was horrible. Like
horrible.
There was no way that any of us could get a nap because he was literally taking a nap for what, like 5-10 minutes. Not even enough to fucking jalártela.
It was literally like,
jalártela means jerk off.
It was literally like 20-30 minute naps, and then it's like, really, bro? The only time I would get a long nap is if I put him in a swing.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna shame me for that, fuck you. When you have 2 kids and you want to get a little bit of rest, you'll do whatever it takes. Yeah. And that was like my saving grace for like the first 3 months.
It's such a touchy subject too, though, now that you just said that.
Yeah.
Because I'm realizing that there's a lot of things that you're not supposed to do that a lot of people do. And then there's a lot of like shaming that people do because like I know like there's people out there that's like, oh, you formula fed? Oh, it's like, wait a minute. Like, what?
Yeah, everyone has a different opinion. And listen, you do what you gonna do to raise
you
your
do,
kids.
Boo, you do you, boo boo.
You do you, boo boo. You gonna do what you do to raise your kids. I may judge you for it.
We're definitely gonna judge you for it.
But like at the end of the day, if that's what makes you happy, that's on you.
We're humans. We judge people.
Like I'm not gonna sit here and like call you out for it. That's the thing. I will never call you out for it. I'll just like.
You might
judge
you know what, or you just might hear it in grandma gears, and if it feels like it's for you, it's most likely is for you.
But I mean, I think at the end of the day, we're all just trying to do our best, right?
Yep.
We're all trying to just make good humans out of these little people, and trying to teach them to respect, love one another. So yeah, that's definitely something that I feel no one ever really told me. Or actually, on the flip side, my mom always say to do everything that needs to get done while they sleep. That was another thing that she did tell me. And I was just kind of like, bye. I'm the kind of person who was like, give me my rest. Like, if this is the one time I get to rest, I'm going to use it.
Right.
I'm not going to sit here and like stress myself out by doing like everything, brushing the floor with the,
I just feel scrubber. Like I don't necessarily do stuff like that. Like even though maybe I will sometimes. I think we both do sometimes at times when we know it's super necessary. But what I do is, and this is just me, I can't sit still. Like I am if I sit still, I fall asleep. As a matter of fact, this weekend Griselda and my suegra were making fun of me because I was building a cart for the kayak, so I can push the kayak with wheels and not have to carry it because it's like over 100 pounds. So I'm here. I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm gonna take a break. The kids are sleeping. Let me take a break because I see my suegra and Griselda laying down on the couch. I'm like, fuck it. Let me do it. So I go. I sit down on the couch. And I'm watching YouTube videos on the cart. Like I can't stop thinking about things like this. And out of nowhere, like I just realized that the phone falls on my face, and I look up at Griselda and my sister just looking at me like laughing their asses off, and I'm like, fucking Griselda, because Griselda has done this so many times where instead of saying, babe, put your phone down, you're falling asleep or something. She just watches with excitement, waiting for the phone to smack me in the face because I'm falling asleep.
It's because, bro, you're a heavy ass sleeper.
Yeah, I am. I swear to God, I am.
Dude, por más cansada que esté yo, that's never happened to me. Never happened to me. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a mom.
I feel like I can.
If it's a mom thing.
I feel like I can get like some sucky, and I won't even wake up. Maybe we should try it.
Órale.
Little
Damn.
Yeah.
This turned into a different kind of podcast.
Wait, we're about to get there in a bit, but hold on. I had found this on TikTok. Let me see. I'm doing this on the fly, so it might turn out really bad. And I suck with jokes with the punchlines. So, what's the kid's favorite waterfall?
Niagara Falls.
Your throat.
Oh my God. Sucio.
Oh yeah. So yeah, going into that topic, sexy time, and having kids.
Is that something no one ever really talked to you about? Is sexy time after kids? Okay.
Yeah, like just finding time or how. I feel like you literally need to become like a ninja in order to like make everything. Like, thank God that we have a bed. Shout out to Hava if you're listening. But Hava hooked it up with some like mattress, and that mattress is awesome.
Yeah,
it makes a little bit of noise, when you freak on, especially when you're going hard. But it's for the most part it's pretty quiet. But you still need to be quiet. There's no voices, no nothing.
I mean, unless you got like a big old house.
But we don't.
And got like soundproof rooms.
Yeah, that's true.
Which in our case we don't.
We don't.
So the art of discretion has been mastered.
Super.
But yeah, no, that's a good point. I feel like maybe.
It's super
obviously
necessary.
The doctor tells you like, hey, you gotta wait 6 weeks, right? Because that's
fuck
like
that. We did that the next day.
No mames, tampoco.
Stitches and everything.
Tampoco, liar. Don't give them false expectations.
No, I was just playing. I wasn't.
Definitely not.
No, no, definitely.
Definitely
after seeing that too, I was kind of like,
wanted at that point was
I was like, let me just go ahead and not even attempt it because I know she's gonna murder me.
Yeah, but no, there's just like so much going on after the baby that it's just like you're just so tired. Like the sleep deprivation it really messes you up.
That and we're just so busy.
Like honestly, like real talk for a little bit. Research shows sleep deprivation is like the root of so many problems.
Yeah.
Mentally, physically, emotionally, everything.
Sexually.
Everything.
Yeah.
That would go under like physically probably. But like
I thought you were talking more like carrying and like hard work type of stuff.
Oh
okay.
no, I'm talking about everything.
Okay.
So yeah, like those first for us it was like the first 3 months where our kids were having a really hard time with like their naps and sleep.
Yeah.
But then we slept trained. That's like something we decided was best for us. And so they learned to fall asleep on their own.
Yeah.
But where's I going this?
How it's super necessary.
Oh.
About sleep deprivation, the beginning, how it was hard.
Oh, yeah. And then so anyways, that like throw that in the mix. Like the last thing on your mind for some people might be that, right?
Right.
I think for guys maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, it might be a little different because you're not actually like going through
I was
the
about
recovery.
to say that. Yeah.
Whereas for girls, like that's all we're thinking about, and then it's like throw breastfeeding in the mix, and then it's like,
well, here, and this is how I can connect.
Humongous.
This is how I can connect. So when I got the vasectomy, I did not think about sex. I couldn't think about sex because it wasn't going through like pain or anything like that. Yeah, it's a little, but nothing. It's just discomfort. But I was just more scared of the attempt because they had already specified like, hey, no sex.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, but I think that's why. So I can agree and see what you were talking about because I was also put in these big Pampers too. So.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so I get it.
You did go through that,
and it is scary too.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's nothing like what it was.
No, of course not.
But you definitely
have a little bit of a connection. I can see how.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad you understand. At least you can now see like.
Yeah, but we could always give it the booty, but you never did.
That would still mess you up.
Well, that's if you tore to that. So.
Oh Lord have mercy.
So yeah, but yeah, no, seriously. I think it is important to always find that time.
Yeah.
I think that's sometimes as parents we forget. That we want to have that connection and have that fire still going.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get so caught up, and that's fair. It's normal to get caught up with kids and their life, and you want to give them everything, and I get it. Like we do too. And we do fail as well many times where we forget about each other. But I think what's important is that we both remind each other sometimes, like, hey, like, we haven't like gone out, like, not, it's just not even just sex, like, just we haven't gone out, just intimate. Yeah. Just like you had mentioned, I think on another podcast about like the foot play, like when we're going to sleep, that you're doing that stuff. So it's like, I get that,
just like knowing that they're there, right? Like a little text, hey baby, how you doing? Send me nudes.
Hey.
Like something like that. Just like always like finding ways to let each other know, like, hey, I'm here.
Right.
Like regardless of all like this craziness that's going on in our lives right now, like I'm here. I'm always here for you. And honestly, prayer. Like I will be completely honest. Like that has been. I know y'all always gonna be like, this girl crazy, but honestly, like, keeping God at the center.
Jesus walks, God show me the way, because the devil trying to break me down. Jesus walks with me.
But
okay.
I mean, and even if like you don't and you don't believe in that, then just taking like the like. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
The spiritual journey.
The sympathetic side of things, and just always thinking about each other.
Right.
Right. Even though those first few months, oh baby, it's ugly.
Yeah.
It can be ugly.
And guys, I know we have needs more than girls. So I know as much as it might be hard for girls, it is tougher for guys, I want to say.
Probably. I'm sure there's
truth to that. Just I don't know, it's hard. Like not to say that it happened to me, but I can see it happening to others where you'll start looking into like other girls or trying to do something just because you feel like there's no connection with them.
Yeah.
So it's like all I can say is, just like she said, if you are religious, like seek God, ask for help.
Yes.
And then just think about like how much you love your wife or your girlfriend and like your kids, like look at the bigger picture and not just the easy fix,
Right. Because this situation, it will get better, right?
Right.
Just like anything else in life, like if you put in the work, and if you like do it with a good heart, I'm pretty sure more often than not, like things will eventually come to pass. And that's one of those things, like those first few months where you're kind of like dealing with that. They do come to pass, and it passes by so much faster than you expect it to. Like Zeke's gonna be 9 months and I'm like, oh my goodness. But anyways, on that, talking about like those first few months being like crap, I think another thing that maybe no one really talked to me about except for like one friend was the baby blues. I feel like sorry, I want to let them know, man.
Do it. Let them know.
So, like, I think the Latino community really frowns upon women who experience some sort of, like, postpartum depression. I remember my mom telling me, like, stories about other women who, like, just, like, rejected their kid or, like, didn't even, like, want to be around them, around the babies. And then she would always be like, no me vayas a salir así, okay? Like, tú eres fuerte y no sé qué, and blah, blah, blah. And then, like, me, pre-baby, I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm a freaking chingona. I got this. Like, don't worry, mom. Like, I'm mentally strong. I can get myself through this. And then I also remember, like, my oldest sister, she has 4 kids, being like, no vayas a andar con esas chingaderas, cabrona. Like, and then I think like even your mom told
for
us
all
a
my
story.
non-Latino people, she's basically saying like her family talking shit about her being or having these symptoms or these
No,
feelings.
they weren't necessarily talking shit yet. They were telling me before even having the baby,
don't be a bitch.
Don't be a bitch. And I think like even your mom shared a story about some lady que like was really depressed, like locked herself away and whatnot. So yeah, like they like the media really glamorizes those first few minutes after having the baby, or like those first few days. 'Cause it's gonna be beautiful. You're gonna love your baby. And be like, oh my god, yes. And that can be the case.
I was gonna say that's okay if that is your case.
That is the case.
But
for some
it is
people.
normal to also feel this way.
Right. And then I think
actually, let me rephrase. It's more normal to feel this way than to feel the what they glamorize. Am I right?
I don't know. I can
think
only speak for myself and like the people I know who've had their babies and who've been real to me, right? Because some people you walk around like, oh, a week after the baby, how are you? Oh, good. I'm great. Like, are you really good,
baby girl? Please, the minute you walk away from us, we're already seeing you limping and shit. Like, oh, my vagina hurts. Oh, my vagina hurts.
So I don't know. I don't have like accurate. But hey, that'd be interesting for anyone who is a mom. Like, how did you feel after? Like, were you actually feeling like, oh, I'm good, I'm great? Or was it like, Lord Jesus, help me?
And dads, how was it for you guys? Mm-hmm. Did you guys feel like you guys wanted to go to the gas station and pick up a pack of cigarettes and never come back?
No, Te pasas tú, man. But yeah.
No quema cut.
Hashtag troqueando. So anyways, yeah, I experienced baby blues, and that's why I'm saying this, because once I went through it, I felt so ashamed. Like, on top of the fact that I was already feeling like crap because of my hormones being so crazy, and like me feeling like I had no control over this, like knowing that I didn't have that support from like the females in my life really made it worse, because I was like, damn, like I'm not strong. I suck. Like I can't even like get through this,
Yeah.
And then I'm realizing now, and just like seeing, like reading about it after the fact,
it's normal.
And going through it, it's normal. It's more normal than we think. And all I want to say is, for any like new moms or moms who have gone through in the past, or if you're pregnant, like if you ever feel this way, like,
you a bitch.
Marco's a bitch, and I'm gonna punch him for that.
I'm just playing.
Like, just seek help.
Your feet smell.
That was the one thing, Marco.
My bad. Okay, last one.
Like, that was the one thing. Like, seek help, right? Because I'm very vocal about when I need help. I feel like because of the fact that I am an extrovert, it's easy for me to be like, girl, hoy me salió de la patada. I would literally call up like 2 friends all the damn time, and they're probably like, this girl's so damn annoying. But literally, just to have those 2 friends who would like listen to me, I can give it to them real and raw, and then they can really tell me how it is. Okay, tampoco así.
No Vaseline.
It was nice. And I, for, those who are my friends, and those who will come after me, the next generation, like, hey, you have definitely, like, the door is open with me. Come be real. Don't give me this fake shit. Like, let me know.
Hey, for real. Like, I know we're going a little off topic, but for real, what's up with this fake shit?
I think everyone just wants, like no one, I don't think anyone wants to burden people with their drama, or not their drama, with their like problems.
No, but I'm not talking about that. Like, wow.
Oh, I thought that's what you were talking about.
Well, yeah, it's part of that. But what I'm trying to say is like social media and all that stuff. Like, why are you like Snapchat? Why are you guys always posting these things? Like let's say Snapchat, right? We've gone out with some people out to clubs and bars and whatnot, and they'll Snapchat these like videos that if you're not with them, you're thinking, dang, they're having such a bang ass time, blah blah. And I don't know where they stop Snapchatting, and you see behind the scenes what happens after, and it's like, bro, like, you're bored, you're mad because no guy came at you, or you're a dude with a fucking sausage fest and you're only videotaping 2 girls that made it to the party, or something like that. or just like, posting on media about, oh, I'm such a good blah blah blah, and I'm such a person that you should be following because I'm such a influencer. And it's like, but in reality, your life is all fucked. Like,
I think that's part of the thing, right? On social
media. It's okay to feel that way. It's okay to not be on top of your game all the time. Like right now, like we won't post weak podcasts because we want to entertain you, but we're not going to say that every single time we have a podcast, our podcast is 100 or we think that, you know, we could have left more. Like, yeah, sometimes we have podcasts that we were like, you know what, we suck. Like, it wasn't good. And we actually scrapped it. That's my straight up honest, you know, opinion on how it is. So at the same time, like how you're getting at, it's like, why is it that as moms, instead of like apoyándose and helping each other out, instead, like, you guys rather just criticize for anything from breastfeeding to having like 5 kids and one complaining about having 2, and like, it's like,
and that's
why?
Exactly like that. There's a little bit of everything, right? Like, I will say, I kind of feel like our generation is more aware of these things, and they try to do a better job of like supporting each other. I have seen enough like support, at least from my generation, right? About like all of these things and whatnot. And if you're close to me, and for those that are, I'm close to them, like, I feel we have more real conversations. But obviously with someone who I kind of know and I kind of see them on social media, like, they're not really giving it to me how it is. And it's like, I get it. It is important to be real, right? So that you can bring awareness to the fact that life ain't all like butterflies and whatnot. But at the same time, like, you don't want to also put like all your shit out on social media, because there's some people who do that. And it's like, okay, like,
no one really cares.
You ratchet as hell.
Well, so no one cares.
So it's like, yeah, you want to be real, but at the same time, like, you don't need to put all your like dirty laundry out there.
Yeah. So, like if you look at,
there's a fine line to walk with social media.
That's true. Because I was going to say, I'm like, if you look at like Griselda or my Facebook, if it's not like cute pictures of her damn kids, I'm sorry if that's annoying, because I get it. Some of y'all be posting too many kid pics.
I'm post all the cute pictures of my kids.
Or you'll see like nothing but funny shit that we'll tag each other or we'll post or something like that.
Yeah, but like,
we will never take social media so hard where we would be like putting our life out there, as in like,
yeah, this is probably like the most platform that we're doing that in. But even then, like, we wouldn't tell you like, oh, yesterday Marco and I got in a fight about XYZ.
But I will tell you when I got that ass.
Oh my gosh,
definitely.
I can't with you. Next.
Yeah, but yeah.
Okay, so I think the last thing I kind of want to touch on, and I hope that's okay with you.
Go ahead.
It's like the different like parenting styles of mom and dads.
Yeah, you know, that I get, and I think it's also because like, yeah, like I totally feel this. I get it because I don't want to be like such a sexist, you know, but it might be true. I might be, whatever, fuck it. I feel like as a guy, I always want and that we have boys, I always want my boys to grow up with like not machista mentality, because that's fucked. Like, I've seen that. Like, it's fucked.
You want them to be tough.
I just want them to be able to stand up for themselves and defend themselves and become independent and not always be such a little bitch, you know? So when I say that, it's not like you need to be a bully. No, not like that. Like, just in life. Like I'm so thankful, and this is how I'm taking it because of how my dad taught and how my parents taught me, right? Okay. But more my dad, because my dad basically is like my damn hero. You'll probably hear me speaking about my dad a lot. But that man taught me everything I needed to know, from becoming a man in his eyes and becoming a husband and becoming a father. He taught me all 3 of them without even having a dad. So that's already just something that's, and guys, I'm probably not the only one that feels this way about their dads too, or their moms, whatever. But with my dad, it felt like I learned everything, and everything. I'm talking about from fixing cars to being fixing homes to parenting to being a husband to being responsible for jobs, everything. Like that man taught me everything, A to Z. So
I don't.
but there are parts where he lacked, right? And I think my mom was the one who scooped up those pieces, right? So I feel like that's how you and me are, where we don't always have the same opinion. So, for example, if we're disciplining our kids or something like that, maybe you think I might be a little harsher on them, and I might disagree, or I might say like you are going too soft on them, or
Yeah, I think that's definitely kind of, at least at this stage in our lives, like since they're still this small, I think that's been kind of like one of the biggest things. Like, oh, you're being too rough on them. Take it easy. And then you say,
when we say rough, I don't hit my kids. I'm just letting you guys know
just
that.
kind of like,
no, my voice.
like the way he talks to them, I'm like, my poor babies. And I just want to like jump in and grab them and hold them, be like, it's okay.
And when we say our boys, I'm talking about more Izzy, because Zeke is still too little to even.
But even with Zeke, you'd be like, I remember when he would like take naps and be like, it's okay, leave him. I'm like, he's a baby. Yeah. Like, no, I'm gonna.
Or right now that he's walking now, guys. He's walking now.
Yeah.
He's walking and crawling and doing all these things, so he's constantly falling.
Yeah.
And I did this with Izzy too, and I feel like it's really paying off. So I'm doing it with Zeke as well, where if he falls, I will not pick him up. I don't care how big he is or how little he is. I will not pick him up.
See, but here's
I will allow them to, because a lot of times if you just let them,
I get that,
get up. Well, you get it now because you see Izzy. But when we had Izzy the first, it was very hard for you to accept that, because you would constantly want to pick him up because you wanted to, apapacharlos,
babies.
But I wanted to apapacharlos too. I wanted to grab him up and pick him up and say, hey, papa, like, you're okay, like, blah, blah, blah. But I just had to be also strong enough to be like,
but here's
hey,
my
dude,
thing. I'm
you're
like,
okay, get up.
They're going to learn to do these things regardless, right? I just want them to know, like, hey, regardless of what happens, like, I'm here. And then sure enough, whenever anything goes wrong and they need like someone to like give them a little love, or
they go for mom. Yeah. That's why I'm saying it's a good balance. We have a good balance.
Right. But what I'm trying to say, like, that's like something no one really tells you. Like, you think you're going into parenting, like, we're both on the same page. You kind of like talk about it beforehand. It's like, oh, okay, like, we good. And then it's like, bro, you didn't put the bib on him. Like,
Yeah.
And it's like little dumb things like that. And I think I've come to realize, even though it's still hard for me to accept sometimes, like, I'm like, okay, as long as they're not dying,
we're okay.
I think we're okay. But sometimes it's hard to watch.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, when I know you're going to be with them, I'm just like, I don't even want to know what happened because I'm going to have a heart attack. And sure enough, sometimes he tells me, oh, yeah, like, Izzy was jumping off the couch. I'm like, oh, great.
Tampoco. But you just said a really nice thing that I just heard in a couples podcast too, that we recently were starting here. I'm not even gonna plug them just because I don't know how I feel about them still.
Okay.
But they were making a comment about relationships and how they've been married for 7 years. So they were saying how relationships that they're like not the same, don't ever make it.
Okay, wait, hold on. Relationships that they are not the same. What does
that
that
aren't
mean?
the same. So basically, like,
what does that mean?
Yin and yang.
Okay, so
black
you're saying
and white.
In a relationship, if two
even
people,
and odd.
So these people said that in a relationship, if two people are not like-minded, it will not work. Is that what you're saying?
Just like-minded, but everything. So, because like-minded, it almost seems like as in
hobbies,
yes, music,
okay,
lifestyle, all that stuff. For the most part, they said, that they won't last long. So don't even try trying to commit for a longer relationship. It's like, wait a minute, like,
oh, that's totally bullshit.
Right? Because I was gonna say we're that.
Definitely.
We're definitely that. And you know what?
Sorry,
like,
guys, my voice went really deep there.
And you know what? Like, maybe we were more alike during high school. I think as we got older, we really did go our separate paths. But I still think that
we didn't go separate paths. We're still on the same path. You're just
no.
saying like we
Yeah,
took
yeah.
a different
Well, let me
opinion to
let me
things.
let me finish that. So you go on separate paths, right? Of like what you like, hobbies, like type of music, all that stuff, and then it's your decision, you know? Like I still love you with all my heart, you know, and I want to be with you for the rest of my life. So I know regardless of like how stupid that song you're playing is, I'm not going to take it to the butt and be like, well, you know what? You don't like that song? I'm just going to leave you. It's like that
and
doesn't
I think
make
that
sense.
is definitely like a false expectation some people have of their, now we're going into something completely different, have like of their partner, right? Like that they have to be like so similar to you. And I can definitely say no. Like
this is actually close to the opinion.
Maybe in like the big things, right? I think for the most part in like the big things in life, kind of like where we want our life to go, where we want our kids' lives to go, where we want our marriage to go.
Or even kids, I think people that don't have kids, you know, having the kid conversation.
I think in that sense, our like thoughts are similar.
Yes.
I think that it's more in like the like the hobbies, some of the music, maybe like I don't know, you want to sleep and stay in, I want to go out with the kids, you know, like little things like that, where I can definitely say like, yeah, we're probably sometimes on opposite ends more often than not, but I think that that's one thing that you're right, like you don't always have to be similar, you don't always have to necessarily, as long as we're both okay and we're both accepting of the fact that like we're growing together, right? And like you're you, I'm me, and like we have come together and we again have made a conscious decision to be together, and we're just gonna support each other through everything,
right?
Even though sometimes I want to like smack you when you come up with a new hobby, because for anyone that knows Marco, it's literally like today is boxing, tomorrow it's kayaking, the week after is gonna be bowling, the week after that is gonna be wrestling,
jiu-jitsu. It's gonna be
jiu-jitsu. The week after that it's gonna be
that ass. I'm actually trying to get jiu-jitsu. No, fuck DJing.
Like overrated. It's always something new. But you know what? It took some time, right? It took some time to like be like, okay, like this is him. I still judge him for it. I still give him shit for it. But I have also told him, like, when you die, how nice it's gonna be that you are not gonna die knowing like you didn't do these things, right? Like te vas a morir without regretting.
No regrets.
No, you will have no regrets.
Yeah, no, I think it's also just my problem. I don't really do it more just because of that. I just think I have this impulse that, and this is me being completely honest, it's I feel like I have an impulse of just like like DJing. I think that was probably like the longest hobby I did. Yeah. And I think the reason why the love for DJing fell was because there were more fuckboys trying to DJ than just people just really vibing with music. And that's how I was. Because I was DJing, and you know this, I would be mixing and DJing in my room without anyone, and I would just be like living it. Yeah. And then it became this like super cool thing to be, and then like I lost the love for it. But what I will say is, and this is what I was trying to get at, so basically I feel like, yes, we're different. We will always be different, and that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
And my biggest tip for you non-believers, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I bet there's probably something similar to that. I just don't know how to say it.
Maybe just some people say like the universe, or like some people believe in like the astrology.
Well, it's part of the Bible. It's part of what the Bible says.
Oh, that's what you're trying to get. My bad.
Right.
Okay.
And there's probably another analogy close to it. I just don't know it, so I'm sorry. That's why I'm just apologizing. But it's saying like the best way for a relationship to conquer and to be positive and you know, to make it, you know, because it's so hard nowadays to make it.
What verse? What chapter?
I don't know. I can find out, and I'll get back on the next podcast. But it basically is just saying about the best way to make the relationship work is to always put your spouse first. Every single thing you think about your wife first. Wives, every single time you think of anything, think about your husband first, you know? And then you just end up complimenting each other.
Right.
So at the end, it's not like one is being more selfish than the other. It's we're both being like not selfish
we're being selfless, right?
Selfless,
and there's definitely beauty to knowing like, oh, he was thinking of me,
right,
and then being reciprocated. And I do know, like, I have heard some like testimony of people who maybe weren't necessarily like doing the best, and then the one person just like kept putting the other person before them and just kept doing it as hard as it was, right? Because when you want to punch someone in the face and you want to like throw something at your husband for doing something,
whoa, she's putting her fist up right now.
Right? It's hard to wake up and be like, let me make breakfast for this bastard. Like,
yeah.
But like truly having God in your heart, like prayer and like really
and it's not perfect
yourself to that, right? No, never, ever, ever. But like opening yourself up, opening your heart up to that, like I think the other person starts to realize like, damn, like they're actually trying, like they're actually, you know, trying to make this work, and they really do care about me. And it's like, it's the little things. It really is the little things. It's a accumulation of little things every day.
What were the things that you were talking to me about where it's like my signs of love or something like that?
Oh, your love language.
There you go.
Yeah.
What was it?
So there's 5 love languages. I know my love language is just spending time. I think your love language is like gifts. Like getting gifts or giving gifts. I forgot what it was. I don't know.
It was giving gifts, and then acts of service.
There you go, acts of service.
There you go.
I just remember we went to like a little workshop once, and that's how we found out.
Yeah.
But there is a book, and then you can kind of like discover like what yours is. Because sometimes I think what we try to do is like, okay, so mine is spending time, right? So then I'm gonna always try to spend time with Marco, thinking like, oh,
he wants to spend time, and that's gonna be awesome for him.
Yeah, and then it's like, nah, boo boo. Like, sometimes the further away he is from me, probably the better.
That's so fucked. I just like her near, but not too near. You know, kind of like in the bathroom when I'm in the kitchen.
Oh my God, no, but I'm around him enough.
Yeah,
he doesn't have a choice, and he knows it. But yeah, I'm constantly like, spend time with me.
And I sometimes expect, you know, the acts of service as a show of love, or the gifts or something like that. You know, because
here we go. Words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, physical touch, quality time.
I'm physical touch
you
too.
Definitely are physical touch. Yeah.
I smacked that ass how many times?
Way too many.
Yeah, and I'm constantly touching you. It's almost weird. It's almost creepy now that I think about it. And I'm really saying it in such a creepy way too. But definitely in a fucking creepy way. I don't give a fuck.
But I think that's what it is, right? Like we think like what we know we want to give to others, but sometimes we have to put ourselves aside.
Oh, don't smack me in the ass, please.
And sometimes we have to put my bad. Sometimes like we have to put ourselves aside, and like the way to you really get to know your partner is talking to them, right?
Yeah.
Doing these little things. And I think this just has come from us, you know, being with each other for way too long.
Yeah. But definitely.
Yeah, guys. Okay, this went from parenting to something completely different.
It's cool.
But yeah, hey, you know what?
It kind of goes with it.
Yeah.
It goes with it, because at the same time it's like,
excuse me.
It's like it's relationship tips too, you know, and or just letting them know how our relationship works, and you know, knock on wood, but how our relationship has so far gotten this far, you know.
Yeah. Trust me, there is plenty of.
I don't know. Have we announced how long it's been?
Yeah, the first one.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, trust me, guys. Like when we talk about real, like we're gonna let you know, like our fights can get ugly.
It can.
But I think like with time we've learned how to like deal with that, right?
Definitely.
And part of it is because we started young. I'm sure if you're like got married older, it might be different because you're like more mature. You know how to like handle your emotions better and whatnot. But it took some time for us to get there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, think about it. We were already in our own apartment at 19.
Yeah.
So of course there's gonna be fights and whatnot, and yeah.
So yeah, that kind of wraps it up for today. I feel like you already kind of said a grind my gears earlier in the podcast, but feel free to.
Yeah, quick story.
Yeah,
I was thinking about that today at work. So, as we probably already said, that today was my first day at work, or back at work. And we had finished the route. And normally when whichever city you're in, you work as a team. So once we were done with the route, we communicate with other teammates from that area, let them know, hey, we're done. You need help, blah blah. Once we're all done, we all group up together and figure out and make sure that we all did actually finish our job and finish what we were helping out on or whatever. Mm-hmm. So we're all bunched up. So out of nowhere, one of the guys is like, dude, like, check out Karen. You know, I'm saying Karen because she was acting like a Karen. And she's on her phone and she looks like she's hard pressing those flip phone buttons, right? And she's pressing these buttons and looking at us and shaking her head. And we're like, what the fuck? Like, not doing anything at all, right? And she's calling, and then she starts talking on her phone, and she's pointing at all of our trucks and everything. And then we were like, oh, she probably doesn't like that all of our trucks are parked near in the main street by her house on the main street. So here we go. So that's basically grind my gears, where it's like, guys, we're out there working and we're servicing your neighborhood. There's no need. We're not doing anything that could be offensive or wrong or anything like that. We're literally parked correctly, legally in a parking spot, making sure that we finish servicing your town. So instead of going ahead, because she did end up calling Groot, complaining about our trucks just being there.
Were you guys like in her way or anything?
No, like we were even across the street from her house.
Thought, like you guys weren't working, and we're just like standing around.
I don't give a fuck. That's my point. I don't give a fuck what you think. Like, mind your own business, bitch. Like, that's it. Like, we're not hurting you. We're not hurting nobody. Like, there's no reason for that. Even our boss is like, just ignore her and bring it in, which we did. But I'm like, man, some people really just feel like they always gotta put their fucking like foot in there. You know, it's like, stop. Like, you're doing nothing for nobody.
Well, she wasted however many minutes of her life doing that then.
And she was super angry. And it's like, dude, chill. Like, and she was not old, but she was on the older side.
I guess the reverse thing to this is be nice to your garbage men. Give them a nice gift for Christmas. Gift cards accepted.
Yeah.
So then the wife can spend them.
Yeah, just don't give me Old Navy gift cards or else she's really going to spend them.
Give all the Old Navy gift cards.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, you have a grandma gears?
I don't.
Oh, come on.
I don't. I can't think of one. I don't know. I don't have one.
Anything piss you off today? Kids? Going to the park? Running? No? Nothing?
No.
Damn. All right. Man, ¿cómo los dejas?
Sorry.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. We'll give you candy next time.
Sorry, niños.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, this concludes our podcast. Like always, wherever you're at, subscribe, hit that like button, comment.
Like, honestly, I will say, like, we really appreciate that, right? Like, you know, we out here,
suck
like,
your dick, we'll suck it.
We out here supporting, like, all these famous people. Like, come support us.
Nah.
No, but yeah, for those who are tuning in, like, thank you. As always, we appreciate it.
Yep.
Peace out. God bless.
Okay.
Okay.
God bless.
Okay, bye.
Okay. Bye.